Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad. Your dad doesn't support you.
You should know. You worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until stay humble.
Can we just do that real quick, guys? What do you think?
If you're listening.
Stop, man. You can't do that. You can't censor me.
Did I censor him, guys?
You can't. This is Fedora erasure right now, and I don't like it.
You a Discord mod, man?
Say again?
You a Discord mod, man?
I'm a Discord mod. I'm a Reddit mod. That's correct. Yeah. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode number 247. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, wearing the same hat as always, by my good friend Tanner. How's it going, buddy?
Same hat as always, and still so much better than your hat. That's how it is.
This was a gift from my mother and brother who went to an area
You should kill them
and got
both for giving
tourist
you that.
trapped and then got this hat. Which was interesting. They came back, they gave me the hat and a shot glass. They said, hey, here's this hat and a shot glass we got for you. And I said, oh, okay, cool, man. They were like, yeah, it was a joke, but, you know, here you go, I guess. So cool. So I said, fuck it, I'll try it out. We'll see what the community feedback is like on this one.
I can already tell you it's not going to be good.
It's probably not going to be
People
great.
are calling you Amish in chat.
Do I look Amish to you? Are the Amish inked the fuck up like I am? You know?
They usually wear long sleeve shirts, so I don't know. It could be.
So yeah, maybe they're all fucking full tatted. Yeah, they look like Travis Barker under the 100% wool coats they wear. Yeah, it's possible. I kind of doubt it, but it's possible.
I think it's your dog shit little beard that makes you look Amish with the hat on.
That could be it. I am white too.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah,
The Amish tend to be white. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Today, we have an episode. A lot to talk about this episode, which I'm excited to get into. We've got a lot of details on Season 4 Reloaded, including when it comes out, and a lot more we're getting with that. Excuse me. We also have one thing on MW 2 that I'm very curious to get into. I'm very excited to get into, and we're gonna have to do a lot of speculation on it, but I think we can probably get somewhere, possibly. So that's on the agenda today. Before we get into that, couple of announcements. First of all, welcome to our new gold patron, Novaria, which is the name of a planet in Mass Effect 1.
Really?
I don't know if that's where this came from, but Novaria is the name of a planet you go to in Mass Effect 1. I believe it's where that, is it where the Rachni are?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sounds right. Yeah, that's for
Sounds
sure
like that's correct. Yeah. That's possible. Either way, I don't know what's going on in the profile picture. We're wearing turquoise on a field. Maybe we're a soccer player. Maybe not. Let me try and make this bigger. Oh no, we're on a lake. Okay. So we're on a lake with what are those called? Paddleboard, where you stand up?
Yeah.
It's called a paddleboard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is.
So I see paddleboards normally in like Hawaii, right? But here we are in a swamp. We're paddleboarding in a swamp.
Yeah, it looks like he's on a dirty ass little lake.
We are in Mississippi, paddleboarding on a place that's never before or since been paddleboarded on.
There's mountains,
which is
in the
interesting.
background. I'm gonna go with Arizona. I think it's in Arizona or California.
Arizona, huh? It's real green though.
Is it though? Kind of looks like that mountain back there looks a little barren, man.
Yeah. you know what?
Kind of looks
I
like
could see
high
that
desert.
being
Looks like high desert.
a little
or something.
desert vibe. Yeah, a little desert vibe. So either way, we're paddleboarding with shorts on and a long sleeve shirt. I don't get it. I don't understand. And hey, by the way, hot take, paddleboarding fucking sucks.
Done it before?
Swim. Yeah, I've paddleboarded before. It's stupid.
Got it.
Have you ever been paddleboarding?
No, I've never really understood it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think I'd hate on it, but yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's not the worst thing you could do, but it's like I'd rather just swim at that point. I don't know. It's not like you go very fast. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't know. Unless you don't want to get wet.
It is a little weird, kind of just standing. Yeah, what is the point of it, really? I don't know, man. It's kind of odd. Kind of odd.
Take pictures for Patreon, I suspect. Novaria, welcome, buddy.
A lot of people do it like Newport and like the harbor there. I always see dumb broads on Instagram posting pictures of them doing that.
You can't call people broads, dude.
Can you not say broads?
Say that you probably shouldn't, yeah.
Really? Is that not allowed these days? Are you serious?
Probably not, yeah.
Really?
It's like, it's, yeah. It's like old-timey, like, sort of misogynist.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
That's what they say, yeah. These fucking broads, yeah. Yeah.
I only say it because I've never seen a guy paddleboard. It's always been females paddleboarding.
Yeah. Well,
Novaria is the first.
Novaria, welcome aboard. Also, more importantly, welcome to our new annual Damascus. Holy shit, man. Patron. An absolute Chad, God, king. And it's downhill from here. Named Kiss My Richard. I just don't. I don't like it. I think I get it. Like kiss my dick, suck my dick. I mean, it's not very clever. It's not a pun. Our profile picture is a profile view of a pickup truck.
Seems to be some sort of Ford F-150.
Possible. Could be a 250, right?
Could be.
I guess you would know. You're the expert in trucks, aren't you?
No,
weirdo.
I'm not the expert in trucks.
Anyway, Kiss My Richard, I can't stand it. And the fact that you own a truck is not that interesting. I'm going to be honest.
It's a
not
Raptor.
That
Two-door Raptor, maybe? Be a Raptor. Let us know, Dick.
Yeah, hey, Dick. Let us know. So Kiss My Richard, welcome aboard, buddy. Very kind of you getting that absolute discount going annual Damascus. We appreciate it. Hate your name and your profile picture, though.
This guy just goes straight in raw? Straight to annual Damascus?
He went straight in raw, yeah. It's not an upgrade. He just went straight for it.
He went straight for it, man.
He's got a lot of confidence.
He owns a truck, so I'm sure he has a ton of confidence, yeah.
Well,
his name's Dick, and he owns a truck.
Or not much.
Yeah.
Or very little.
Yeah.
That's the stereotype, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. So, Kiss My Richard, show us a picture of your cock in Discord, please. And we can settle.
He's probably not even in the Discord, man.
Well, join it. Join the fucking Discord, man.
Kiss My Richard. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Thank you, buddy. Novaria, thank you as well. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 7 bonus episodes a month, monthly hangouts, and more. Speaking of which, we're going to have our July Damascus hangout. This Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Correct time zone, of course. We're going to try playing Fall Guys. If we don't have enough people, we're going to play some Rocket League or watch a fucking movie or play some poker, whatever you guys want to do. But if we have 10 or more, which is what the minimum requirement will be, we're going to try playing Fall Guys. It's free to play. It's cross-platform. It's very easy. Small file size, like 3 gigs. No problem. And it looks like a lot of fun. And you can grief people on Fall Guys, which I'm exceedingly excited for. I would love to grief somebody who thinks they're going to win, and then I hold them or whatever.
I only want to grief you, frankly, yeah.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll hide my screen and disguise my name. I'll wear a disguise, and you won't know.
The game's difficult, by the way. It's not an easy game.
I've never actually played it. Have you?
Are you sure? Because I've played it before, and I swear a long time ago we like tried it at a hangout, like some people were running it, and we just like joined a lobby together. Because I would have never played the game without you or anyone else in the Discord, and I have at some point. So I don't remember who we played it with, but I swear to God, like a long time ago when Fall Guys first came out, we did it like in one of the hangouts for a bit.
Maybe?
Because I've played it before, and yeah, I would never install that game to play by myself. I know I was playing with people, I just don't remember who it was. So I've absolutely played it before. That's why I know it's a hard game. It was pissing me off. It looks all easy like it's for kids, and then you play it, and there's more of a skill gap in that game than Warzone, I swear to God.
That's possible.
You can't get over the first jump unless you're competent. It's pretty difficult.
That is possible, yeah.
Yeah. It's harder to finish a Fall Guys run than it is beam someone at 300 meters with a KGM 40 or NZ 41.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember playing it, but maybe I did. I mean,
you were probably just absolutely hammered, drunk, so.
Oh, I was hammered, I'm sure, yeah. If I was playing Fall Guys, I was hammered, so. Anyway, yeah, that is that. Any other announcements, Tanner? Dropshot.
I don't think so.
Okay. If you're listening for the absolute jingle, in that case, here it is.
Go fill up my water.
Fill up that fucking water, man. We are live. Welcome, boys and girls, to the episode. So, today, kind of a lot to talk about, mostly in the way of news, though. There were virtually no changes to the video games we currently play, except for one hidden patch note, which we're going to get into. So, in lieu of that, I'm going to talk about some details relating to Season 4 Reloaded at this time. So we've got the update times for when Season 4 Reloaded comes out. We're getting a lot of content with that, which we're going to get into shortly here. Vanguard, July 26th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Warzone the next day, the 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That is when we're getting Season 4 Reloaded. I suspect we will be able to preload these on the 25th and 26th respectively. So maybe keep your launcher open for that, or just check in the day before, preload it, so that by the time it goes live, you're ready to go. But we haven't heard any news on that preload front yet, but usually you can. Also, there is currently ongoing a Vanguard free trial. If you would like to cook your graphics card, you can do that. You can install Vanguard and then play it for free. You can play multiplayer or zombies through the 26th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So there you go. And then if by some divine providence you like the game, you could buy it for 50% off on Battle.net or on the PlayStation Store. I don't know when that sale ends, but it's currently right now half off. Which for a Call of Duty game is a lot, by the way. Which tells you Vanguard sales not doing too
You
great.
can make it 90% off and no one's buying it still.
Here's
our tip of the day.
I think is the case.
Don't buy it at 50% off still. Don't. Especially now. The game's worse. The game's worse than it was the second day it launched. So
it literally was because of how few people play it now. Yeah. Like actually. And people know all the cheese and shit too. That's the thing about COD games. Even when they're fucking even when ultimately they end up being dog shit multiplayer games, for the first week, people are not really sure what's OP and what's meta, and they don't have all the cheese spots and strats yet. Or most people don't anyway. And it's still kind of fun for that reason. But like now, if you load into shipment, I mean, see ya. Everybody's gonna fuck your ass with the most meta, insane shit. And they only play Vanguard. Because if you're playing Vanguard right now, that's also all you play. There's no one who casually plays Vanguard. I don't believe these people exist. I think you either are a Vanguard main or you just don't play it. So good luck and have fun playing multiplayer.
Or you play it for like a few days when a new season comes out or a season reload. You play it for like a day to like level up something for Warzone.
We do that. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do next week when we get the new gun. I'll probably, well, depends what the unlock is. I'll actually probably do an MW multiplayer, honestly. So never mind, I won't be playing Vanguard next week.
I like leveling Vanguard guns in multiplayer. I like playing multiplayer when I'm grinding.
I like leveling them. I don't like unlocking them in Vanguard.
I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
So correct. I would rather level it doing that than probably playing Plunder, because then it does give you a little time to play the game. It's okay in small amounts, small doses. I can handle a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But then I see flames on my screen once my GPU drops from 160 frames on the smallest map in the game to 90, and I exit out of the game. Well, my GPU is 75 degrees, so yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen for sure. Yeah. So, anyway, there you go. And now onto a hidden patch note. This is if you're on Call of Duty Warzone, specifically Twitter, you already know this. But I'd like to talk about it. Because I actually don't have many ideas, honestly. Here's the hidden patch note. Quote, this is what I wrote. This is my own quote. I'm quoting myself. Quote, everyone is shadow banned, end quote. Yeah. Everyone is shadow banned. And it all has happened in the last like week or two.
Yeah.
But like people are just getting a bunch of legit players have like all been getting shadow banned. Streamers in like numbers that far exceed anything we've seen before, at least among popular streamers. And I am very confused as to why this is happening. This is one of the things we talked about when Ricochet came out or was announced, and they said, oh, we're going to have a kernel level anti-cheat. And what we thought that meant was that there would be like an anti-cheat that works and that doesn't rely on reports, so that they could sniff your kernels, and then if you have bad software, they ban you, or the system does automatically. And then if not, they don't ban you. And I said, Ricochet could mean the end of shadow banning, because if you have a working anti-cheat that can tell if you're cheating or not, then the shadow ban wouldn't be necessary, because it could be people griefing streamers, or it could be kids griefing, someone who's good that they're malding at, who's pissing on, shitting, and farting all over them. Or it could stop people from getting shadow banned because they're good and they had an insane looking kill cam, because the kill cam is played at 3 hertz. So of course it looks insane, but on that guy's screen, it wasn't nearly as insane of a 90 as it looked in the kill cam. So it could have been, and should have been, in my view, the end of shadow bans if it was an actual kernel level anti-cheat. It's very obvious now that whatever Ricochet does, it's not a kernel level anti-cheat. I don't know what it does, to be clear. I have no idea. It does seem to be effective, because there are way fewer cheaters than there used to be. So whatever it's doing is working, but it's not working because it detects cheat software and then bans you for it. That's not what's happening. Because otherwise, why are you shadow banning literally anyone? It doesn't make any sense. And further, why all of a sudden this week is everyone getting shadow banned? I actually don't have any ideas. I have no idea why. Is Ricochet the thing shadow banning people? Or do you think it's like some initiative by Activision or something? I don't know. I have no ideas.
I think there's something that's going on internally, like something is wrong and a bunch of people are getting shadow banned. The other
like Ricochet error.
Yeah, my other thought was, you heard recently about an influx of cheaters like 3-4 weeks ago or so when engine owning came back online. So I'm almost thinking if like the shadow bans have still been ongoing, just they're not nearly as common as they once were, or they hadn't been up until recently. So I'm almost wondering if they changed something internally because of how many cheaters there were that they brought back. However, this reporting system, the shadow ban system, is working. They brought that back to how like it used to be in Verdansk, and so now everyone is getting shadow banned. It's just, yeah, without a doubt, I have never seen more big streamers shadow banned at once as the amount we have right now. It is actually, I mean, seriously, name any Warzone pro and they're probably shadow banned or have been shadow banned in the last week or two. And then, of course, they all end up getting unbanned because you can like look in your Activision account or something like that, and it'll tell you like your account is under review, and then a few days later, it'll be like, okay, your account was cleared. Yeah, you're not cheating. And so
do they
many
do
of them.
That for shadow bans?
I didn't know this either, but I keep seeing those screenshots go around that different people are posting.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that.
But seriously, it is like the big ones that I've never seen get shadow banned really are getting shadow banned. Like I think Scummin, I think FIFA shadow banned, Metaphor, of course, he's always shadow banned, Pieman, he's always shadow banned. And one of the things I've noticed this time too is a bunch of people have been saying like, dude, I haven't played Warzone in 3 or 4 weeks. I loaded up the game and I'm shadow banned. I've seen that from a bunch of people too. I saw someone else on Twitter, because this is, like you're saying, if you're on the Warzone Twitter, you're seeing this everywhere. People are liking it, so they keep coming up on my feed. I've seen a lot of people that are like probably like in the wager scene and whatnot, which half of them probably do cheat. They just haven't been caught yet.
True. Yeah.
Is they'll
Actually,
yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's like I saw people saying like, dude, I haven't even launched the game for 2 months and I'm all of a sudden I'm shadow banned and I try to play again. So that makes me think when people aren't playing it and then they're loading in and they're shadow banned, something is wrong internally with Ricochet, their report system. There's some sort of error going on there. There just has to be. And of course, in all of this, none of the COD partners ever get shadow banned. How does Biffle not get shadow banned? Has this guy ever been shadow banned? I don't, it's like,
yeah, I don't know.
it's just so obvious that there's some sort of whitelist that Swagg, Biffle, Repulse, none of those guys ever get shadow banned. Ever.
And to be fair, if you're a COD partner, you shouldn't get shadow banned. Like if Call of Duty partners with you,
yeah,
and you're not cheating, you should get whitelisted. Like that's fine.
Yeah, it just goes to show you that like that whitelist definitely exists, and a lot of people don't think that,
sure.
but it obviously does exist.
There's absolutely a whitelist. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like someone like Metaphor. This dude has been shadow banned like 20 times. Don't you guys think after the 20th time and you've reviewed his account and determined he wasn't cheating, maybe he's just not cheating? Why is he just keep getting shadow banned over and over and over again? Pieman, #1 in the world in kills. You shadow ban him every other week. You've reviewed his account every other week since Warzone came out. Why is he still getting shadow banned? It makes no sense. It's a terrible system. It has to be based on the amount of reports they get. Something is bugged, though. There's no way this is normal. There is more player shadow ban right now than I've ever seen in the history of Warzone. Yes.
Very weird.
It is nuts.
By the way, I should mention for those of you who maybe don't know, I think most people know what this is, but shadow banning means you don't get like your account. It's not like a normal ban where you like can't log in or whatever. A shadow ban is like some flag Activision puts on your account where you just can't find a lobby. Like they don't terminate your account. They don't do any of that. But when you queue for a game, you'll know you're shadow banned because it instantly says searching for a match less than 350 milliseconds of ping. And then you'll just never find a lobby. Or if you do, you're in a lobby with only other people who have also been shadow banned. And many of them are actually probably cheating. That's what shadow banning means. So it's like not as bad as getting actually banned, but it might as well be. That's what shadow banning is. Another possibility that I don't think is the case, but we should mention it. Maybe Ricochet is now detecting wall hacks really well, and all these people getting shadow banned have been walling the whole time.
Yeah, but then but they end up getting unbanned.
Notice. Yeah,
that's the thing. Is there? Yeah, they end up getting like all of them end up getting unbanned usually.
True. Yeah.
That's the thing. COD does a lot of false shadow bans, and the people get unbanned. I haven't honestly seen too many times where people get perma-banned and weren't cheating, probably. I don't think that happens often. It's definitely happened. There's one going around right now, some girl, I don't know who it is, but I guess she's in like the wager scene or like pro scene. She got shadow banned and then actually got perma banned a few weeks ago. And of course, she has like a pretty big Twitch following, I guess, from what I saw. She was like, I've never cheated before ever. I don't know why I've been banned. Like, this is so frustrating. I've been trying to reach out to Activision. They won't reverse it. And it's like, I'd never watch any of her gameplay. Let me be clear, but I almost find it difficult to believe because I feel like, when people get shadow banned that are legit, they get unbanned. I don't know, man. Like, seeing people get shadow banned and then permabanned making me think they're like walling or some shit.
I agree with you.
I don't trust, it's like every person ever that is accused of cheating or caught cheating is like, I don't cheat, blah, blah. And then, of course, they eventually get caught and they're like, okay, yeah, I was cheating. So I just don't believe people, of course, when they say that. So, like, people getting permabanned, I do find hard to believe that they weren't actually cheating at some point.
I agree with you.
Or maybe even cheating in a different video game, maybe Valorant, and they have something installed on their PC that Ricochet detects as cheating. Maybe they don't cheat in Warzone, but I find it hard to believe you don't have some sort of program on your computer to get you permabanned if you're not cheating in some video game.
Or they could be even like they cheated in Overwatch, which is like another Activision Blizzard title.
Yeah, true.
Another like that too is possible. Yeah, I agree though. That's it. It's impossible to say, but I agree with you. I feel like Activision in general does not permaban people who are not cheating. I've never seen that before. And you wouldn't be able to verify it really. Because you would have to see someone get banned and then they're going to tell you they aren't cheating. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, I just don't believe you. I've never believed someone who said that, I guess I should say.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't ever just admit it.
Yeah.
Never going to.
So, anyway, yeah, there's your hidden patch note. Not sure what's going on there. It'll probably be resolved relatively soon. I think a lot of them are already starting to get reversed, as Tanner said. But, I mean, who the fuck knows what happened there?
Yeah.
Not me. So, and that's it. So now we're getting into news and upcoming changes. And there's a lot to talk about here relating to Season 4 Reloaded, which once again is coming out for Vanguard the 26th and Warzone the 27th. So very soon. Very soon indeed. Next week. So we got a big fat blog post here with a lot of details in it. So many details.
A lot of details, huh?
And there are a lot of words here, and reading is hard. Stay tuned for patch notes, so we'll be going over those next week. We might have to change up our schedule next week for the podcast and stuff, depending on when we get patch notes and things, but we'll keep you guys posted on that. So first thing I want to talk about, Fortune's Keep. Cursed Ground public event. Live. Prior to update. As first found by Warzone's operators this week, Fortune's Keep is now considered cursed ground and now has an event to match. Right now in Warzone, there are several cursed chests hidden around the newly discovered Island. These chests contain power-ups and high-quality items, but can only be unlocked by brave souls who survive a hungry horde. Once the event begins, zombies will continuously spawn in the vicinity of the cursed chest. Eliminate them near the chest to harvest wisps. The funny word, wisps. As your collection grows, more difficult waves of zombies will rise to protect their cursed ground. Get enough wisps within the time limit to secure victory and access the rewards within, cash, streaks, equipment, and possibly perk tokens. Just remember that the circle collapse can devour you just as effectively as the disturbed animated corpses that rise from the cursed soil Fortune's Keep. Okay, so there's this LTM. There's fucking crazy chests. They spawn zombies. And you can get shit from them. Cool. Neat. I kind of like it. Ultimately, I don't care that much. However, this will be among the first, not actually the first, but among the first ever PvPvE instances in Warzone we've ever seen. We first saw it, I believe, at Factory on Caldera. I think that's the first time we saw PvPvE in Warzone. Maybe not quite There might have been one or two things before that, but this is among the first few. But more than that, it will be the first one with zombies, PvPvE. And what Tanner and I both had the same thought independently was, players fighting each other and zombies at the same time in the same place on a Call of Duty Warzone map. That's weird. Kind of sort of sounds like something maybe Thomas Henderson had alluded to with a standalone zombies title that has been speculated to come out in lieu of COD 2023. Now we're seeing zombies incorporated into a PvP environment, and I wonder if this has any implications or ramifications for whatever that new zombies experience may or may not be next year. What are your thoughts, Tanner? Are we reading too much into it?
Yeah, I don't know. So this one that you just read, this is the public event that's going on Fortune's Keep. There's also another zombies mode coming out in Rebirth that we're going to cover here in a second. This is just a little event that could happen where, it's like some chest, you try to open it or whatever, and then zombies spawn, you have to kill them off. So yeah, this hasn't happened often. I just find it weird that now, out of all times, they're starting to do zombie stuff suddenly. Like where were these zombie crossovers when Cold War Zombies was popular and people actually played it? Or maybe Treyarch they're just done with Vanguard Zombies, and so now they're doing this stuff with Warzone. It's a little weird, but it does kind of make me think that like this is almost leading into some sort of zombies teaser or zombies related something that we're gonna get the end of this year, next year. I don't know. It is kind of odd timing, because also you could maybe picture something like this happening around Halloween. We're months away from that. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not understanding like the time frame of this is what I'm confused about. So I do think this may be like the beginning stages of something else, of them like testing something like this to see how it works, and then maybe we get something like that next year. Yeah. I'm not really sure. It's just the timing to me doesn't line up whatsoever with anything.
And the fact of it being zombies is weird too. I think that's a good point.
Yeah, they could spawn like AI anything, but the fact that it's zombies is a little interesting. Yeah.
I mean, they could have been like pirates who looked like the remember the MW2 campaign where you're playing on Favela? Like all those dudes who had they looked like Tarkov scavs with Kalashnikovs.
Yeah.
Like you could have spawned pirates. That could have been the AI thing. Like, oh, you find a treasure chest instead of a cursed container. And then if you open that, pirates come out of this room and start to try and kill you.
Yeah.
Would have been functionally the same thing with a different skin. And it would have fit with the theme of the whole map, Fortune's Keep. It's like a pirate, whatever the fuck, haven or something. But instead it's zombies.
And
it's not
zombies.
Halloween, so that doesn't explain it. And then too, even before this event, right when Fortune's Keep came out, you could loot the shovel, go dig in the graveyard, and some zombie would come out.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you instead loot the shovel, go to the bay, or whatever the POI is called on the north end of the map, and dig up buried treasure?
Well, you can't do that also.
Oh, really?
There is buried treasure, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Then maybe never mind on that.
Buried treasure thing is different than the zombie thing you can spawn at the graveyard.
Okay. I thought the shovel was just for the zombie. Okay. Well, in that case, sure. But still, it's weird. Like, your point stands. They could have made AI with a different skin. Why choose zombies?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I think there's something to this. And we'll get more into it because there's some more zombie shit to talk about. But before that, next, portable redeploy balloons, which are going to be like field upgrades that you throw down. And then armored SUVs with the NOS little speed boost thing are coming. We've talked about this before. I don't have anything else to say about it.
Well, there's some stuff about it. Able to be deployed anywhere with clear sky above. Any operator can take advantage of this balloon in a box. So anyone can use it, not just the team dropping it. Even enemies reaching an already deployed balloon. During the 30 seconds it's inflated. So it lasts for 30 seconds. Using it is as easy as using a standard redeploy balloon. Hitch that zip line to it and be mindful of enemies below. And then, of course, they're going to be destroyed. It has half the health of a normal static redeploy balloon. It also does not extend as far up in the air. Got it.
Yeah.
But its flexibility and placement more than makes up. Yeah, for the lack of distance it provides. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. So I'm glad they did it that way. I think we had said that it'll probably be similar to like Rebirth balloons. I bet it'll probably be that same height. So it doesn't do a whole lot, but maybe you're stuck late game. You have to rotate all the way around a mountain or something. You can say, "Oh, screw it, let's just drop this here, pop right up to the top of the mountain, save us a minute, get us right up there," something like that. So these will definitely be very useful. Excited to see.
These will be super useful. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if these make the gameplay worse or better. I don't really know so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it'll depend on how plentiful they are, I think. They're definitely going to be super useful and super good. And it's good that they don't go as high as a regular balloon.
Yeah.
Obviously. That would be fucking insane. So, this is cool. I don't like balloons. You guys know my opinion on balloons, but yeah, they're adding this, so there you go. And then the vehicle, I just don't care about. It's a Jeep with a gun on it, and you can like NOS, so get a little speed boost.
Brother.
Cool.
Leaked. Fast and Furious crossover coming soon.
Yeah. Yeah,
Confirmed.
for sure. Drive a fucking Bugatti Veyron up a mountain. That'd be fun.
Hey, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably enjoy Warzone, and many of you play fantasy sports. Well, now you can combine those two courtesy of our friends at Kolosseum. Kolosseum is a Warzone fantasy league that takes popular Warzone streamers, lets you form a team every week of up to 6 streamers while having to remain under a set salary cap. The prices of streamers change weekly, so it's up to you to decide how to build the best possible team. You can all enter the Friday freebie contest every week for free. Yes, free. Win up to $150 weekly just by making an account and picking your ultimate Warzone team. It's that easy. The price will start to $75 and increases by $5 up to a max of $150 every week. You earn fantasy points based on your team's kills and wins. The stats of all streamers are updated automatically during the Friday freebie, which runs from Friday to Sunday. Wins and kills during that time span will grant you points as you face off against others in the fantasy league. You can track it all live on your Kolosseum account. Here's how to play. Go to kolosseum.co, that's KOLOSSEUM.co, and use code DROPSHOT during signup and start winning cash in their Friday freebie league. Signups close at 7 p.m. PT. I just set up my team for this weekend. Why don't you sign up and see how we stack up? Having trouble picking your squad? Don't worry, each player's total wins, top 5 finishes, score per minute, and more are all listed on the Kolosseum website during your team selection. It's time to get more from Warzone streaming. Enter Kolosseum's free fantasy Warzone contest and win when your favorite streamers win. Build your dream squad now at kolosseum.co.
Okay, so now Rebirth Island, different map. Battle or become the Horde in Rebirth of the Dead. After hearing rumors of out-of-control experiments on Rebirth, our operators are ready to investigate and eliminate whatever threats lurk in the fog. Okay, don't like that there's fog, but it's fine. It's a party mode. In Rebirth of the Dead, a reimagined version of Zombie Royale presented by Beanox. 10 quads will deploy to the island, ready to battle fellow operators, both living and undead. Eliminated operators return as zombies, intent on adding to their numbers by pursuing the remaining humans. To revive as an operator, zombies must locate and collect 4 antivirals, which can be found in several ways. Very similar to the actual good Halloween event we got, not last Halloween, but the one before. Throughout the match, the infestation meter will fill up as zombies are eliminated. Once it's filled, all spectators will be revived as zombies, which is a cool feature. I like that. People stay in the party mode more. Those skilled enough to win a match as a human will receive an animated calling card. And that is kind of that. So this will not have AI zombies. It'll all be players. But still, this sounds exactly like a Halloween event that they're not doing around Halloween, which is, again, to your point, is sus. It's suspicious to me.
Yeah. Why are they doing all the zombie stuff all of a sudden? It's interesting.
Exactly. But this sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like the actual good Halloween event we got for Verdansk.
Yeah.
All those years ago. And I am very excited to play this. These modes are really fun for an hour.
Yeah, this sounds like one of the best LTMs in a while. This sounds more... I think a zombie mode like that, too, would be more fun on Rebirth than the large map anyways. This sounds like actually perfect. Quads on Rebirth with like this, where you come back as zombies. I'm actually very excited to play this. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, not really a ton to say there. Again, it's odd with all the zombie timing stuff. I don't know. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe there's some other non-American holiday going on around this time coming up soon that's something to do with the dead or something, but I don't know, man. I don't think so.
When is Dia de los Muertos?
May,
Isn't that in May?
It's in May, yeah.
Yeah. Like
so I don't
May
know.
5th.
Trying to think of some other... I mean, they could very well just be doing this out of nowhere. It's just weird.
I think it's too weird.
Yeah.
I think something's up. I think we're gonna get an official or unofficial reveal, announcement, leak about something big zombies related somewhere in the COD universe.
If that's going to happen, by the way, it will be leaked within an hour of Season 4 Reloaded coming out. So we'll know right away. Something will be in the files if that's the case.
Oh.
I don't necessarily think it's revealing anything. I mean, they haven't even revealed MW2 multiplayer yet, or Warzone 2 or DMZ.
True.
So I think, if anything, this is more just like testing for something that may come out next year, and nothing will be announced at all. But
I don't think anything is necessarily going to get announced like when Season 4 Reloaded drops or something.
Yeah.
But soon after, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I think the timing's very weird.
Yeah.
Because again, they could have done other LTMs and then saved these for Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted, but I'm a little sus on that. Next, Titanium Trials Endurance. So there's going to be another mode coming for 2 weeks. It goes live on August 11th. It's like Iron Trials, but even more hardcore, I guess. Let's see. Max base armor threshold will be increased to 300 HP. So that would mean players have 450 total health, which is a lot. The tempered perk will appear more frequently as ground loot. Players start with a self-res, and core health regen takes longer to restore, making it a high skill, high TTK mode. And then also, again, the ground loot is going to be different. It's going to be more extended mags, more geared toward the increased health. Fewer overall resources in the map. The cost of loadouts will begin at a higher price point and decrease throughout the duration of the match. That's something we've never seen before. I'm guessing it's going to be something like a loadout in the first circle is going to be like 20k. Second circle, 15 or like 17.5. Third circle, 12. Some shit like that, which I think is a cool idea. I think that's fine. But other than that, it's very similar to Iron Trials. At least as far as we know now, there isn't any other difference besides the things I've mentioned that is different than Iron Trials. Interestingly, in this blog post, they do not say what the team size will be for Titanium Trials Endurance. So we don't know if it's solos, duos, trios, quads, or all of them. We don't know. And then again, you'll get, there's going to be 8 unique challenges. You can get a weapon blueprint for doing all of the challenges related to this mode. And then here's another thing. Don't stop there after the 8 challenges. Rumors of hidden rewards persist for those most dedicated to the Titanium Trials. What the fuck does that mean? Get 10 wins? You get like an emblem? I don't know if they've done this before. It's weird. It's very weird.
This sounds terrible.
Really?
This sounds a lot worse than Iron Trials.
Why is that?
The health. I don't know. I think it's possible to have too much health, and this sounds like that. Iron Trials is already pushing the max amount of health I would ever want in Warzone. This sounds just like too much.
It's a lot of health.
It's a lot of health, yeah.
But guns also don't have recoil.
Think now, though, when you start shooting people with Serpentine, it feels like you hit people 14 times at 100 meters. I mean, in Iron Trials, if someone's running Serpentine and they have that much health, it's literally going to take like 30 bullets to down someone. That's not fun. That's too long of a time to kill.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
So this sounds fucking terrible if you ask me, yeah.
I am going to play this, and I do not have a judgment yet. I want to try it. Because the last time Iron Trials was in Caldera, that was the most fun I had in Warzone in a long time.
Iron Trials on Caldera was fun. Yeah, the last time it was
insanely fun. So I'm going to be playing this for sure. But you are onto something. It might just be too much health. We don't know yet. But that is coming. That'll be for 2 weeks starting on August 11th. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And once we get the patch notes, I'm sure we'll get more details on this, obviously, and everything else. So,
and then another thing that we were talking about here is it looks like we're seeing some changes to peak that no one has talked about. No one's mentioned this. I'm looking at these screenshots. This is not normal peak. There are things that have been changed here. You can kind of tell. This is the better image. This one right here. So this is the east side of peak looking west. You can tell there's the cutout that goes down. This is basically like if you're towards mines and looking into peak like from spine. This is not how peak is currently laid out. It is like destroyed. It looks like part of this. Is it? Yeah, like the southeast side of peak has been kind of destroyed, like those ramparts. Yes. So where spine goes down and then spine leads into like kind of one of like the tunnel systems, that tower, it looks like that part is all destroyed right there. So there's of course fire on the map. I hope we're not going to see static fire. Sledgehammer decided to add that in to destroy everyone's frames. Maybe Nvidia has some sort of deal with Sledgehammer to like destroy everyone's graphics cards because the 4000 series is coming out soon. Yeah. It could be something like that because Sledgehammer does an excellent job at destroying GPUs and ruining their long, lengthy life they should have by being at too high of a temperature the whole time. So regardless, peak is different without a doubt here, but no one's mentioned this and they don't say anything. They just post these screenshots. So it's all destroyed here. And there's like another ladder on this left side here that is not anywhere currently on peak that comes down into like this destroyed area. So we will see some changes to peak and probably other areas of the map. And I don't like that there's fire on it. There's another screenshot here. This doesn't show as much. Tell you what though, it looks a lot worse than peak does now. It's just all, I mean, look at all this shit. That doesn't look fun to run around. It looks like running up the side of peak.
I mean, it's possible that all this fire, by the way, is just like someone threw a Molotov and like they wanted it to look cool for the screenshot. That's possible. Yeah. To be clear, the image Tanner's showing now, I don't recognize it. The first image, I don't recognize this part of peak. So I don't know if that's actually different or not, or if I just can't tell. But this other image where we're talking about the southeast rampart being destroyed, this is absolutely true. Yeah. So for the gas mask guy in the foreground of this image, behind him is the tallest watchtower at peak where the helicopter spawns. And this area does not look like this currently.
No.
So peak is absolutely different in this screenshot. And I did not notice this until Tanner said something. And apparently a lot of other people didn't either, because no one's talking about this right now.
Yeah, no one's mentioned it. So I'm kind of curious.
They must not have like noticed it either. So this is a good catch. Something is changed with peak. Now, I'm glad. That's cool. I like map changes. Keeps the game fresh. Keeps the map fresh. But this does not seem like that big of a deal in and of itself.
No.
And I do wonder, what else are they going to change with the map? And what caused all this destruction?
Terminator,
Is there like some...
It's the
Terminator. Is there going to be some lore?
Yeah,
Is there going to be some event Oh, it's the Terminator, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah, which we'll get into. So it doesn't matter. They're adding the Terminator. Who cares?
So
but
we'll
yeah,
see.
this is super interesting. They're changing something on Peak.
Yeah, we'll see how many other map changes we get, but
Yeah.
It's not changing it a whole lot because the whole west side of Peak, which is where all the fighting goes on, looks to be untouched. So it's kind of just in the areas that are kind of the dead areas of Peak, I guess you could say. People don't go.
How soon do you think our best friend tweets about this, by the way?
Probably not at all. Honestly.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll see. I would bet you $5 he makes a tweet before we put this episode out.
No.
Maybe not.
So.
Maybe not. Anyway, whatever.
But anyway, so that kind of confirms we have some map changes coming. And another thing you skipped over here that a lot of people are actually excited for, Vanguard zombies camos are coming in Warzone.
Did I skip that? I didn't mean to.
I didn't think that many people have these, but a lot of people on Twitter are like, bro, let us use zombie camos in Warzone. And so you can finally do that in Season 4 Reloaded.
Because you were saying some of the zombies camos look really good, right?
Even like the gold one looks really good. It's this middle camo here. It's like a red thing.
That does look fucking cool.
It looks really good. And the dark aether, whatever it's called in zombies, is really good looking as well. It looks better.
Green one on the left.
It looks better than Atomic, I think, honestly. Yeah, that's the green one.
Yeah.
So that looks cool as well. I doubt anyone has that. But even like the gold one, if you go into get like one gun gold that you really like using or something, that's probably worth doing in Vanguard Zombies. So that's cool. Finally that they're adding that in.
And it's so crazy they can't just do it when the game comes out, but yeah, that'll be cool for some people.
For a person or two, yeah.
Yeah, for whatever very anomalous person exists who plays a lot of Vanguard Zombies and plays Warzone. I don't know if any of them exist, but maybe. So there you go. We're getting a new Vanguard multiplayer map called Desolation. And the screenshot we have gives me very strong vibes of that Cold War map that you like, Tanner, that I forget the name of.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Cold War original map?
I can't think of the name either. What is the name of that map?
Start with an A? Artifact? No. What is it called?
I gotta look it up.
It's got the really nasty head glitch. It's pretty small.
Hold on, I've got to pull that. Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, yeah.
Gives me kind of strong Apocalypse vibes.
Yep,
with the classic sledgehammer fire everywhere on the map.
There is, of course, fire in every screenshot in this
Why?
blog post. Yeah.
Why, man?
Because fire looks neat or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, we're getting a new Vanguard multiplayer map. They say it is medium-sized in a labyrinthine village cut directly into the mountainside, with a crash plane in flames on the nearby cliffside. So don't play this if you don't live in the Arctic, or you will fry your GPU. But yeah, otherwise that could be fun. So there you go. We're getting a new operator.
Oh, is it talk about him? Here we go. Let's read that.
Go ahead and read it, man.
Ikenna Olowi understood strategy from a young age. As a child in Nigeria, he excelled at chess, really, quickly surpassing his teachers. Wow. He grew strong studying Jidigbo, a martial arts of wits. Balanced in body and mind, Ikenna joined the war effort as a battlefield engineer, establishing critical supply lines around the globe. His preferred weapon is the new Vargo S assault rifle. Wow. That one wasn't as good as previous ones, but that's something.
That one was entirely too realistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these things all make sense. They're
I wonder if he's gay. Does he suck cock? Someone at Sledgehammer, when the season comes out, let me know if he's gay or not. If he sucks cocks, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious about.
He'd be better if he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this is fairly realistic. There's the current like best chess player on earth right now, Magnus Carlsen. When he was
Swede?
like I don't know where he's from.
Sounds like a Swede.
One of those bullshit countries. Yeah.
Don't call Sweden a bullshit country, man.
When he was literally like 9 years old, he was a chess grandmaster, and he beat Gary Kasparov, a former world champion, best chess player on earth, in a tournament. So like some people really are just like autistically good at chess. And if you are at like literally 8 years old, 9 years old, you just fuck everyone up. So this is actually like sort of believable. Like a chess prodigy kid, like that happens all the time. All the best chess players were fucking everyone in chess when they were like actually 9, 10, 11. That's super common for really, really insane chess players. I've never heard of that martial art though. I'm sure it's real, but
it's something.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, this is the most believable Vanguard operator backstory I've ever heard. All of that to say that. So anyway, yeah, and then again, the Vargo S. We've talked about this, and we're getting it. Trading firepower for improved accuracy and fire rate. This rifle excels in medium and long range engagements. Accuracy is king with the Vargo S. So if Activision is saying a Vanguard AR is not going to have much recoil, boy, you better fucking believe it. This thing will not move. If they're telling us this isn't going to have little recoil, it'll have none. It won't recoil. It won't move. You can put it in full auto and take your hand off of your stick and it won't move. Cool. Paired with a high fire rate for added aggression. This gun's going to be fucking insane. That's my suspicion.
I think it's going to be dog shit.
Gross.
I think it's going to be like a Cooper. Because a Cooper
Really?
Also has high fire rate. Trading firepower for improved accuracy and fire rate. That kind of just sounds like a Cooper, which isn't very good on like Caldera. Fast handling and snappy. It kind of sounds like a Cooper, yeah.
It does sound cooped up, yeah. But I think it's gonna.
Wonder what the
be really
in-game
good.
challenge is gonna be.
That's
So
a
I'm
great
curious of
question.
how-
Yeah, they don't tell us. So yeah, unfortunately, this is not in the tiers. Obviously, you're gonna have to do a terrible challenge. You're gonna have to complete 15 matches in Vanguard, and you're gonna have to get 45 transitioning from prone to crouch hip fire assault rifle kills. That's gonna be the unlock challenge. Or you get 1 kill in plunder. Those are gonna be the challenges. So
Yeah.
take from that what you will. Next, we're getting Terminator. So that's the next franchise they signed a deal with. We're getting a Terminator operator. We're getting a bundle. We're getting guns.
Overrated as hell movies, by the way.
I've never seen them, and I just don't
You
care.
don't need to, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't
They're
care.
very overrated.
So cool. We're getting a Terminator skin. Got it. And almost as interesting. Welcome to Championship Season, CDL Champs 2022. This is another thing we didn't put in the notes, and I don't know anything about it, but I saw a Twitter clip that was going viral,
Ah, yes.
and someone like lost a match because of some bug in like the World Championship Series or whatever. Do you have more details on this, Tanner?
Yes, so there's a clip going around. It was 100 Thieves versus a team. There has been a bug in Vanguard since the game launched, and it was some of the CDL pros brought it up to Sledgehammer, they claim. They tweeted about it months ago when the game launched, and it has never been fixed. There's numerous clips going around of it. So basically, when you walk up a ladder, when you get off that ladder, like with your secondary out or your pistol out, you go to shoot, and you shoot your gun 1 bullet, and then it basically puts the gun away, like almost like it's like trying to do a climbing a ladder move, but like you're just standing there in the open, not on a ladder. So you shoot once, puts the pistol away, then like you pull the pistol back out, you can shoot again, and then it puts it away. And so it's like it's like a bolt action pistol basically, and the gun keeps going away. So this literally basically cost 100 Thieves that round. I was praying, I was hoping so badly that 100 Thieves would lose the tournament so that Sledgehammer would get absolutely reamed for this bug.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I would've loved that too.
much to my dismay, 100 Thieves came back and they still won it. I was sitting there praying, please, Lord Jesus, let 100 Thieves lose. Nadeshot tweeted out, "You've got to be fucking kidding me," right after it happened. All the pros were like, dude, one of the pros like retweeted one of his clips from like November of last year showing that bug happening, like adding Sledgehammer, and it has just never been fixed, of course. I guess it's a pretty rare thing to happen, but it quite literally cost them that round, but they did come back to win it. So that would have just been fantastic to see, though. The tournament, losing a tournament to a bug, man. Oh, that would have been great for me. It would have been fantastic for me.
I agree with you. Nothing against 100 Thieves. I don't care who wins or loses any round. But in that case, I would have wanted them to lose because it would have been a shitstorm for Activision, and they deserve shitstorms for things like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
$20 million buy-in.
Can you imagine in a CS:GO like championship series toward going into the finals, there's this bug where if you throw a flashbang at like, I don't know, at the wrong spot, you just like can't shoot your gun. Like, can you imagine that? It's not even conceivable that would ever happen because it's so absurd. You're like, oh no, CSGO is like a serious game and they compete for money. Of course the devs wouldn't allow bugs in the game for the sanctioned tournament. That would never happen. But Activision, so cool. What are the odds they fix the bug? And 0, by the way. What are the odds we see the bug championship weekend, August 4th through the 7th at 12 p.m. Pacific time? And how hopeful are you that it happens?
So hopeful. That's what I was about to say.
Extremely hopeful.
We need to everyone, please, if you're listening to this, pause it right now. Say a prayer. Say, please let this bug ruin someone's chance at millions of dollars and lose them the tournament. Please. I would feel awful for those people. Sledgehammer deserves it. They deserve to be dissolved as a studio after Vanguard.
Jesus.
Please dissolve them. So, dude, I want it so bad. I want this bug to happen again so bad. It would be perfect. At least once during this 3-day tournament, this needs to happen, please. But anyways, this is in LA. Raz and I will be going. We'll be doing we'll have a booth there. We'll be signing autographs if you guys want to come.
Yeah, we have press passes.
I don't give a shit about
us.
the CDL at all.
Yeah.
So we won't be there. I don't care if this event took place at the library a block away from my house. I wouldn't go. I literally would not go. I don't care. But
not this year.
Exciting thing about this, maybe, we may see some sort of multiplayer reveal, some sort of multiplayer teaser for MW2. In fact, I would say I would be shocked if we don't see some sort of multiplayer teaser for Modern Warfare 2 during this. So keep your eyes on the TL August 4th through the 7th for something coming out related to Modern Warfare 2, because I'm guessing we will see something relating to that, and I'm looking forward to that very much. I feel like the last day of the tournament, which will probably be a Sunday, Championship Sunday. It is. I feel like Championship Sunday, we will see something in the middle of the Grand Finals, going into the Grand Finals, just after the Grand Finals, we're going to see some sort of a short teaser of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. That's all I care about. Out of the whole CDL Championship event, I care about the reveal for Modern Warfare 2, yeah.
I didn't think about that, but you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right about that. So that is something to look forward to for the normal people listening, which is an oxymoron. And then lastly here in this article, MW2 pre-order incentives. So basically they're adding a bundle, which is going to give you an operator skin and a legendary weapon blueprint for Vanguard and Warzone. And if you pre-order MW2, you will get this in addition to that. So you won't have to pay any extra if you've pre-ordered MW2, which everyone listening might as well do anyway, because you're all going to play it. You might as well get the bundles and all this dumb shit. However, if you did not pre-order MW2, you can still get the bundle. separately, like on its own, for 1,500 COD points. So there you go. That's that. And that operator skin looks decent, by the way.
This is a different little image for this weapon vault that we've ever seen, by the way. It doesn't give us any more info, but we have not seen that image for the first ever weapon vault.
Mm-hmm. It's got its own like logo.
Which we still don't know exactly what that is. It's not confirmed. We think it's basically certain weapon blueprints that even if you change the attachments, it keeps the look of that blueprint. That's what we believe it's going to be.
Right.
But we're not positive that hasn't been confirmed.
Correct.
But yeah, I think that's it for the blog post, huh? That's it.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. That is it for the absolute blog post. So, yeah, lots to look forward to there. I am most excited for that zombies event, honestly. I think the AR is going to feel like an assault rifle. And no guns have any character for Vanguard anymore. They're all the same. So I don't give a shit about that. But the zombies mode, I'm excited for. Titanium trials, I am also excited for. Portable redeploy balloons will be something. And also I'm very excited to see what other map changes we're going to have. Because we know Peak has changed a little bit, at least. And if they're going to change something, they're probably going to change a few other things. So I'm curious what else, in what other ways Caldera is going to look different once this update goes live. So, yeah, couple nice things to look forward to with Season 4 Reloaded. And probably also some weapon balancing. When we get the patch notes, we'll go over those. So, there you go.
Yeah. So next up here, this is from Beanox. They tweeted out a few days ago. This is a little PSA. Unsurprising, this may shock some of you, we've observed that players using an overclocked graphics card have up to 20% more stability issues versus the general player population. Wow, shocking. If you're having stability issues with the game, please revert to your hardware's factory settings. Wow. This is for everyone who's been optimized by... And your game's always crashing.
Cornelius.
There we go. I've said this so long ago, overclocking does more harm than good. You'll get a few more frames out of it, if anything. It's not worth doing usually. It's a nightmare. It will quite literally make some games unplayable. It's just not worth it. Don't overclock your GPU to get 3 more frames. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy too, because people were responding to this tweet and they're like, they were saying they were reaming Beanox and COD like it's their fault that they were having stability issues when they overclock their own GPU. How do you expect a studio to account for every GPU and every overclock some dipshit optimizer you found on Twitter does? It's outrageous to think that. Just stop. It just goes to show you. I mean, those are the same people getting optimized by, obviously, because they don't know anything and they trust him, who also obviously doesn't know anything. So there you go. Don't overclock your GPUs. If you're having issues with the game crashing and whatnot, revert it. Didn't you have crazy issues with, what was it, BO4 Cold War when you had an overclock?
It was BO4, and it wasn't. So I actually know how to overclock a GPU, and many people, especially now, do not. So you buy a pre-built computer that was optimized for you, and what that means is running at way too high of voltage, probably running way too hot, untested, ship it out to you, insta blue screen. Those people don't know how to optimize because they've never owned a computer before, and they trusted this person or entity they bought it from. Buy from reputable. Go to Power GPU if you're going to do that. Or just don't overclock. Yeah. But anyway, I know how to overclock a GPU. I did it for BO4. And then randomly one season came and I just kept crashing in BO4. Not because the overclock was unstable, because I could play every other game. My temps were fine. But it's just something about being overclocked and that patch caused BO4 to crash. So I just had to eventually go back to just unoverclocked and it worked fine. If you're experiencing any crashes, weird stutters, blue screens especially, or just random just DCs, not DCs, like computer shutdowns, definitely turn off every overclock you have first. That's almost certainly the problem. Now, I will add this. If you buy a new computer and nothing is overclocked, these days, NVIDIA and AMD have like software where they will auto overclock your GPU. And when you use those, they'll overclock your GPU very conservatively. So you might get like 10 more frames on average, but it's still going to be super stable. I would recommend people do that because why not? And then worst case scenario, if you do crash, you just go back to not being overclocked. It's not hard. But going into your fucking BIOS and changing your CPU voltage or overclocking your RAM, you're going to get very little benefit out of that. And you can literally just ruin and fry your CPU instantly.
Yeah.
Like pretty easily too. Modern BIOSes will like warn you a lot, but if you're a dumb fuck and you ignore them, you can apply a voltage too high, start your PC, and then it's done. That chip is dead. Don't do that. I would not recommend overclocking to anyone who does not know what they're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, I think the little software tools to overclock GPU are safe. I wouldn't do anything else. Overclocking your RAM literally doesn't matter. Overclocking your CPU, depending on the game, Warzone's one of them, can give you performance improvements, but it's not worth the time and effort, in my opinion, to get a couple frames. I don't think it's worth it. I think, if anything, in general, overclocking your GPU is going to be the most bang for your buck. So I would use the auto tool to do that. That's it, though. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's funny that this needed to be tweeted. It just goes to show you how many people who have never owned a PC before are buying them.
Yeah, I mean, the first time PC buyer has exploded in the last couple of years, mostly in 2020, 2021. I mean, remember when Power GPU had like an 8-month build time? Because there's just so many people placing orders. The GPU shortage is crazy. They actually responded to Beanox's tweet, which I thought was kind of funny. They like basically said what you did. They're like, yeah, too many people watch YouTube videos doesn't make you a pro. Stability is better than overclocking. Reason why we have such a low number of tech support issues versus other companies that do. And then he wrote, quote, overclocking, but they try, you know,
exactly.
They're trying to overclock. Yeah.
And that's another thing with overclocking too. This is what people don't realize. I didn't know this until I got my CPU and I was like, damn, this thing is fucking hot. Started reading articles on it. I could create 2 identical PCs that have all of the same parts, the same case, the same CPU, GPU, RAM, etc. They will get different frame rates in the same game on the same settings.
Yeah.
Everything being identical, they will perform differently because there is a quality to the whatever the metal is, the silicon.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a really good silicone chip and your 9900K chip is just way better than another 9900K chip.
Yeah.
So you can't even overclock 2 identical systems the same. And that's why I would say just don't do it. Because you have to know what you're doing to be able to tweak it correctly. You can't even talk to some guy who has the exact same computer as you and copy his overclock because it's not the same atomic structure on your chip. And that actually does matter in the case of overclocking and CPUs and shit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't do it unless you like really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
So there we go. If you're having issues, remove the overclock. I'm still, by the way, on an NVIDIA driver that's like almost a year old now, and I don't crash in Warzone. I'm still on 497.09, and it's been the most stable for me, and the frames seem fine. Although when they added in the micro POIs to Caldera recently, like places like Capital now, I dip down a lot lower than I would before. I haven't tried the newest driver, but in terms of stability, 497.09 has been really good for me on my 3000 series GPU. That's usually one of the recommended ones.
Yeah. So there you go. Next here is a tweet from Charlie Intel, and someone had clipped Swagg's stream or Dante's stream. I don't know who was streaming. I think it's Swagg. But anyway, here's what the tweet says. In a recent video, Swagg says MW2's movement is different than recent COD games, but similar to MW 2019. In regard to slide canceling, Swagg says that it's, quote, not like how you think it is, end quote. Would you like to watch this video, Tanner?
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
Let's watch this absolute video. And crank that volume so the podcast listeners can hear it. Tell me when you're going to press play. I'm going to play it with you.
I played Modern for 2, bro. It's
you ready?
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the volume.
Exactly.
You got to get it ready, man.
Well, you need to stop talking.
Like I said, I played Modern for 2, bro.
Okay, I'm starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Like I said, I played Modern for 2, bro. It literally played.
Exactly.
It played like just like how 2019. The feel of it.
They need to change small things, whether it's like stuff for a kill, like the down or whatever. They need to change fonts. They need to. They can't keep it the same.
No, it's definitely not the same. You know what I'm saying? But it has that like the same. You can tell it's like. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
There's little things you can change about a game that will make it feel way different.
You know what's different is the movement. The movement is different.
The big difference.
It ain't no. You're not gonna be like you have the dolphin dive now. You have that aspect in the game.
There's no slide cancel.
Not like how you think it is. I don't know. You never know because like people like find different mechanics. Like I said, I played Modern.
Yeah,
there it is.
So there we go.
There it is.
I guess he got in trouble for that, by the way.
Really?
I saw.
Where did
I
you
think it
hear
was like
that?
Charliento or like J God was saying something about Swagg isn't supposed to be saying that shit, and they're like, no, he sure isn't. He's not supposed to be saying that at all.
Poopsie. Yeah. So no dolphin diving. That's what he said, right?
No, he said there is.
Said.
What do you? No, he said there is dolphin diving.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, so there is dolphin diving.
Yeah, which we already knew.
Correct. And
Dolphin
then
diving and sliding.
And sliding. And he says it feels like MDub 2019, but it's not the same. Okay. And in regard to slide canceling, Swagg says, yeah. Did he say yeah, or did he just say it's not like how you think it is?
He shook his head and kind of looked disappointed and was like, not like how you think it is. He seemed disappointed in it, which isn't a bad thing because he's one of those little sweatlord young gamers that only want slide canceling. Even if the movement ends up being faster and better, he still wants it in there because that's what he's used to. So that's what he's going to say. So whatever he says, I don't necessarily agree with anyways, like I may feel entirely different with it. It kind of just, if anything, makes it sound like it's closer to Vanguard though, which does feel a little clunky once you slide. Feels great until you slide and then come out of it. Vanguard's base
delay. Yeah.
Vanguard's base movement is excellent, but then that becomes a little weird. And it shouldn't be surprising to anyone if slide canceling resetting tack sprint doesn't come back. Ted Timmons, creative director of Raven, has literally stated it was never an intended feature. It's not supposed to be that way. He's also claimed it's an accessibility issue. Or an accessibility problem, however you consider that. So, it won't be coming to Warzone 2, I'm sure, and it won't be coming to Modern Warfare 2, yeah. And, so hey, you'll be used to it after 3 days, and you won't care anymore. Whatever it ends up being, you'll get used to it. You're going to not like it at first, and then you'll get used to it.
Yeah, of course. What I take this to mean is exactly what we've been saying, which is like, you can cancel a slide, it just doesn't reset your tack sprint anymore. I think that's what this means. I think that's what he means.
Exactly.
And I think that's why he's kind of disappointed. I'm not sure what else it could mean. Because how much different could slide canceling be than it is now? If there is slide canceling, but it's not like it is now, what else could it be but that?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
Like, I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't tell us anything.
It doesn't tell us. Well, I think it does. Because unless someone can think of some other thing that possibly means. But I can't imagine a game that has slide canceling that's not like MDub 2019. But the difference is something other than a reset to tack sprint. I can't think of what else it could be. But maybe there is something else. I don't know. But I doubt it. I think that is what all that means, is that it won't reset tack sprint anymore. I want to be able to cancel my slide. I don't want to be forced to do it to reset tack sprint so that I move faster around the map. I do that because it's the best way to move around the map, but it's fucking dumb and annoying, and I don't want to have to do it. So hopefully what we think this means is true.
Yeah.
I would be happy with that. That's what I would say.
Yep. Agreed.
So there you go.
Oh, the thing Dante says about like the UI though, that's stuff that always pisses me off. Like MW 2019, Vanguard, their like scoreboards and shit literally seem unfinished. Like when Modern Warfare beta launched, I remember thinking like, damn, like the game plays pretty fun, but I like the scoreboard and shit like pisses me off. And it's just such a dumb little thing. And it's just such a basic, ugly scoreboard and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what Dante was kind of saying. Like the UI needs a rework. And I don't like hearing that because people will say, oh, it's a pre-alpha. They're not changing that shit. They've never changed it in MW 2019. They've never changed it in Vanguard. Like the scoreboards, it's something so small that when you look at, can make it feel so much better, and it's just boring and trash looking usually. So I get what he's saying there, and that doesn't make me happy to hear. It's not like it's making the game worse, but he's right. Like little things like that can make the game appear and seem so much better, and it's just makes it feel like unfinished in certain aspects.
Yeah, I agree with you. And hopefully, when he says UI, he's not including HUD, because if the HUD needs a rework, that's bad. That's like actually bad.
Yeah, what did he say, like fonts and stuff like that? UI? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like if it's ugly or he doesn't like the style, like maybe it will be a shitty style and that isn't good. Like you said, I agree with you. I'd rather it look good than not good, obviously. But whatever. If it's still a good game, it's not that big of a deal. But if the HUD is fucked, that's a big deal. That's like a really big deal, and that would piss me off. So, and the HUD is an element of the UI, so I don't know what he meant there, but I am curious to see.
Yeah, same.
But that's kind of a matter of opinion too. We might really like what he hates about the UI. I mean, that's possible also. So
yeah, it's the same thing for what Swagg said. A lot of people may like that. A lot of the sweats probably won't, and they'll bitch about it. And then you'll get used to it. Because what are you going to do? Keep playing Warzone 1 for another 3 years? I don't think so. You're going to deal with it.
You will deal with it, yeah. And then last thing here I wanted to include, short, sweet, Discord voice chat is coming soon to Xbox consoles, allowing you to use Discord UI in the Xbox console app / party chat. I really like this. I think this is really cool. It's going to make it way easier for people on console to play with people on PC. We've had this issue where we play with console gamers and then we have to use the in-game dog shit fucking voice chat to talk to them, and it's fucking annoying. And then if you have like a random fourth, you can't exclude them from the... Yeah, I guess you can. You just mute them. But still, I'd rather be able to use Discord, so this is cool. And I'm surprised it's taken this long, but for you Xbox gamers, something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Discord fucks.
You have to like join through your
Discord.
phone, so you just have to have the Discord app on your phone. Then you basically, I think, join the voice chat, and then there's like an option in your Xbox or something to be like switched to the Xbox app or on Discord. I don't know how it's gonna work, but you just have to like have it open on your phone and then join it, and then you can change everything else through Xbox. So why isn't it just all included in Xbox? It has to be because Discord doesn't want it that way or something. They could obviously have full Discord integration in consoles. I refuse to believe they can't. It's something to do with deals, money, something. So you have to like join through your phone still, but it's definitely better than only using party chat. Yeah. Discord quality is way better.
Yeah, indeed. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely it. Hope you enjoyed. A couple things to look forward to for Season 4 Reloaded. Reminder for next week, our schedule might be atypical because of the new season coming out. So keep your eyes on the Twitter at the Dropshot Pod. See our pinned tweet. Every Monday we post our weekly schedule there. We also post it in the Discord, which is linked in the show notes. In addition to everything we have, it's linked in the show notes or video description. Join the fucking Discord. We have the events there as well. And most importantly, we have linked is our Patreon. Patreon.com/thedropshot is the best way to support the program. We do 7 bonus episodes per month and monthly hangouts and other things. So if you like the program, if you like the podcast, if you wish there were more episodes, there are a lot more, in fact. And they're available right now at patreon.com/thedropshot. It's the best way to support the program. Thank you all for watching and listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.